Something foreigners may not think about when coming to a different country is how the education system differs. Maybe school starts earlier, maybe students move through more or through different levels of compulsory education. And so today, let's look at how things are structured in Lithuania. This video is sponsored by Sigli. If you're looking for a tech job or your business is looking to implement AI in business processes, be sure to check them out. There's more about Sigli at the end of this video. This could be a pretty short video. Heck, it could even be a single graphic on a webpage. So let's add a little more detail so you get a clearer picture of how a Lithuanian kid moves through the country's education system. Oh yeah, and I won't be including too many photos or videos from schools. I think it would look too weird and creepy if I went to schools and stood there and filmed outside. So first off, an official government webpage says that the Lithuanian education system consists of the following 3 levels. There's general education, which includes multiple educational stages. There's nursery, preschool, primary, basic, and secondary. Just note that the English translations may not equate to what other countries may call similar institutions with those same words. But in Lithuanian, these are called ikimokyklinis, priešmokyklinis, pradinis, pagrindinis, and vidurinis ugdymas. The next level is vocational training, profesinis mokymas. And then there's higher education studies, aukštojo mokslo studijos. The duration of general education is 12 years, with the stages of education arranged in the following structural sequence. There's primary education, pradinis mokymas, which lasts 4 years. Basic education, pagrindinis, is 6 years, and then secondary education, vidurinis, is 2 years. Compulsory education lasts to 16, which is about grades 1 to 10, which roughly equates to ages 7 to 16. I'm told that quite a lot of parents nowadays enroll their kids in school at 6 years old, but this wasn't as common in the past. Now, after completing the secondary education program and passing official exams, the secondary education is certified. The official certification testing in the Lithuanian general education system is the only qualification that provides the right to higher education in Lithuania. The matriculation certificate provides the right to enroll in higher education institutions, such as universities and colleges. Those are general levels and the names of levels, but you will hear about different types of facilities that provide education for all of these levels. So, prior to entering the formal education system in Lithuania, there are non-compulsory facilities that a toddler can go to. The singular name for this is Lopšelis. It's a nursery school that can educate children from between 0 and around 3 years of age. The exact ages that a Lopšelis will accept will vary depending on the facility. Next is a Darželis. I think this is best translated as preschool for your average Westerner. A facility that can educate children from 2 or 3 years old all the way to 6 years of age. A Darželis covers the priešmokyklinė stage, which might also be called nulinė, as in year 0. Now, Americans and Canadians would probably call this level, that 1 year before grade 1, as kindergarten. But in other parts of the world, the term kindergarten can refer to even younger childcare, which makes it all so confusing. Anyways, priešmokyklinis ugdymas, that stage before year 1, is mandatory for 6-year-olds before entering primary school. It's a compulsory part of the education system and is regulated by Lithuanian educational law. It's either covered in Darželis or some schools provide pre-primary classes. Primary and secondary schools may just be called primary and secondary schools if they are of a more standard quality. However, there are facilities that conduct primary and secondary education which promise a higher standard, and so they have different names to set them apart. So a Progimnazija will cover middle school age, such as levels/grades 5, 6, 7, and 8, or ages 11 to 15. And then there's a Gimnazija, which is for students aged 15 to 18, or grades 9 to 12. With a Progimnazija or Gimnazija, standards are higher and there is a bit more prestige attached to them. Entrance exams are typically necessary to get into one of these schools, even if they are free and part of the public system. When it comes to secondary education, it sounds like a Lyceus is the best of the best when it comes to public education. And these are facilities for higher achieving students. And again, to get into one of these facilities, you have to pass an entrance exam. Someone tells me that these schools are, quote, for the Einsteins of Lithuania, and it's super hard to get in. The competition is higher because of the prestige associated with such a facility. With compulsory education being up to 10th grade, around 16 years of age, students at this level can take a base exam in order to be allowed to exit or graduate. I won't read the Lithuanian name, but in English it translates to Basic Education Achievement Test. After this compulsory education comes the last 2 years, and then completing these grades earns you a brandos atestatas, which is basically the Lithuanian equivalent of a high school diploma. At the start, I mentioned profesinės mokyklos, which are vocational/youth schools, and students can enter them from grade 10, and in addition to a graduation certificate, students can earn a professional qualification certificate for some type of skill, which can be anything from a technical trade, a service, something creative, social care, etc. And these programs are about 3 years long. To me, this sounds like a trade school sort of thing, and a Lithuanian person confirmed this to me, that just like in other parts of the world, a lot of people here see vocational schools as the option for students who struggled academically and failed exams. There is a stigma that such education is for the less capable individuals, even though they do provide valuable skills, and in some cases, decently paying jobs. I asked Lithuanians if homeschool was something that existed here. I know where I'm from in Canada, it's something you can sign children up for, and I think parents receive learning packages and then kids do tests somewhere. Something like that. Well, most Lithuanians tell me that homeschool is a rather obscure concept in the country. Many people tell me that they don't even know of such an option. I'm told that homeschooling, like you would see in the United States, is not common, but some schools, usually alternative schools, do offer something called ugdymasis šeimoje, which means education in family. You have to pass certain requirements of the school, like having a study space, table, light, internet, and then your child will be tested as per the school's set intervals. There are online schools where kids go to get tested twice a year or so, but again, it's a rarity that many Lithuanians wouldn't know about. With homeschooling, you technically register at a particular school, but you just do all your work at home. I'm told that, at least pre-COVID, homeschooling was only an option if you had medical reasoning, and many parents who want to go this route without a medical reason could just bribe doctors for the required paperwork. And finally, when it comes to foreign schools/international schools, most, if not all, follow different curricula, whether it's IB, which is International Baccalaureate, A-levels, or AP, and one person tells me that some things are compulsory to teach based on Lithuanian law. It's also worth mentioning that Lithuania has a network of national minority schools, which provide education in languages other than Lithuanian. This includes Polish, Russian, and Belarusian schools, and maybe even other ethnic groups. I'm told that there are also mixed ones like Lithuanian Polish, Lithuanian Russian, Russian Polish, or all three. These schools follow the Lithuanian national curriculum and also teach the Lithuanian language. However, they also incorporate subjects related to their cultural and linguistic heritage. They also take the same brandos egzamine, but they can choose to take it in their native language. And speaking of what to do after secondary school, there are a few types of post-secondary institutions, what are referred to as aukštoji mokykla, a higher education institution. There is a university, universitetas, a college, kolegija, or there is an academia, academy. Examples of academies include the Military's Defense Academy, which is the Generolo Jono Žemaičio Lietuvos Karo Akademija, and art academies such as the Vilniaus Dailės Akademija. To get into these institutions, you need to pass some sort of entrance exam. So hopefully this video gives you a somewhat basic idea of all the levels of schooling and types of schools that exist in the country. If you're a foreigner, is it quite different from where you come from? And if you're Lithuanian, what do you think of the system? Let me know by leaving a comment. And my special thanks to Ugne for helping me with research and reviewing my script. This video is sponsored by Sigli, a digital development services company with offices around Europe, including Vilnius, Lithuania. If your business is looking to implement AI in its processes, whether it's product development or cybersecurity, be sure to check them out. And if you have IT or marketing skills and are looking for an exciting career, Sigli wants to hire talented individuals for jobs in sales and project management. And if you know another European language, even better. Check out sigli.com or the link in the description to learn more.